Hey, I'm Kev Camelot, and welcome back to ElusiveKev and the Red Bull Ring. And we have screwed up our qualifying effort already. A track I never could get to grips with in our first visit around it on the bikes. I'm much better at in the cars. I think I'm too used to riding around here on the cars, like I can't really judge where to brake or take the corners on this bike. Especially for the MotoGP bike where it's fast down the straights but slow around the corners, so the braking zones are almost with you like in a second, it feels like. So trying to complete this lap. But yeah, not been the best around the Red Bull Ring. This game. Oh, running wide. Oh, we're down. Gonna complete this lap though, because as I said, I need to learn this circuit. I've barely ridden it in this game. And it's new as well for this, well not this year, well last season as well. So it's something new in the games which I haven't had years of practice on in previous MotoGP games, so got like no real references for any of the corners. And that's why I'm going all over the place. And down again, clipping the inside sausage curb. There we go, across the line with around a 1 minute 40. 1:38.3. Gonna be last. That's what were we meant to set? 10 seconds far, 11 seconds faster we're meant to be, with Paul Espargaro going through alongside Petrucci. So Tech 3 and Premac through. And there we are, last on the grid. So this really good run for Kev Camelot, dragging himself back into championship battle, could be halted there in Austria as we improve our throttle management skill. Let's see if we can turn it round in the race.
Hello to all you bike fans out there and welcome to the Red Bull Ring. In just a few minutes, the riders will be taking to the track at this legendary venue for the 10th round of the MotoGP World Championship.
And this is the halfway mark of the season as well. As on poles, Marquez ahead of the Yamahas, Ducatis on the second row alongside Vinales, good qualifying from him. And we've got the other Suzuki in 7th, Joe's in 8th, Quattro ran out the top 10. We've got two Brits and Irishmen on the 5th row with Lapsy in 15th alongside Redding and Smith. And there we are right at the back behind Rabat.
The riders are all on the grid now, ready for the Austrian Grand Prix. In just a few moments, the lights will go out and they'll be away at this historic Red Bull Ring.
So here we go, building up the revs. I have no idea where to brake for this first corner. Just be interesting. Just get underway for this 7-lap race. And a pretty decent start as well. Looking to the outside or inside. Let's see if we've got... Oh, we're just about holding on. Not quite in the points though. But with Ducati power, we are past the Tech 3. You can see a top 10 right in front. So brake slightly early into this corner. And it's just clumsy through that corner, isn't it? As we're back down to 16. But Ian only leads for teammate ahead of Marquez. And this is a track where the Yamahas could lose quite a few points as we run wide. No. Get back onto the... No. We're using those bikes as reference points. Now where do we brake? We have no idea. If you look at our qualifying effort. Oh, we're going wide down the hill. We're down. We're down. Now that corner again, such a tricky corner because it's just going away from you. It's over a brow of a hill. You don't see the braking. It's blind. And there goes our reference points and learning this circuit. And there goes our race as well. I can already say we're going to finish last. Oh, we clipped the grass into that penultimate corner. Got no pace around here. I have no idea where to brake. It's so different to an F1 car around here where, of course, with loads of downforce, loads of grip, you can take these corners so quickly compared to a MotoGP bike. As we go over the sausage curb, it's just about to stay on the bike. 6 seconds back of Baptiste, who can just about see him climbing the hill towards the second corner. Where we did have good braking on the first lap. Forget about that on the second. As we run wide here, such a clumsy corner. As now Rabat's in 21st. We thought it was a good idea to have MotoGP round it. Hey. So we go down the hill, running wide, using the outside line like I do in the F1 games. Just letting the car flow to the outside of the corner. Now can we get this corner right? Braking a bit early, once again wide. We seem to be matching Rabat on times, but that's not a good thing. We want to be faster than that. We want to be gaining like a second per lap. And we're not going to do it if we run wide like that. As Lorenzo's up to third ahead of Marquez. So we go braking slightly earlier, running wider though. We should be taking that corner in third gear, I feel like. We're turning much earlier into the apex. Again, taking that corner in second gear. Not hitting the apex because of that sausage going on the inside as we do a 27.2. A couple of seconds off the pace. Matching the back markers, but we want to be faster, as I said. As we get that first corner finally right. Yeah, such a different experience riding this circuit compared to driving it. Very difficult to learn as well, as we gained a second in that first sector. I'll take that. It's so difficult to get on the power out of that aircon because that apex pushes you out wide onto the curb, so you're on the curb. And then of course it's difficult to be on the power on the curb. So there we go, we trail brake onto the apex. We're getting the hang of it, I think. As Baz is now 21st ahead of us. Let's brake early. We call in that time to the back marks. You can just about see Hernandez in front. Let's go through the left. And up towards the right. Just about keeping on the power as the Yamahas are battling for the final podium spot. Here we go, keep it in third. Get into the corner early. No, I didn't hit the apex though. Second, braking early. That's a better final corner. As we do, is that a 24? Oh, so easy to outbrake yourselves. As I said, the corners come up so fast on these bikes because they're so powerful in a straight line. As Espargaro has crashed, is now in front of us. Zanione drops down to third. That is not good for a championship. What are you doing, Andrea? Of course, this is a track where he won in real life, if I remember correctly. His first MotoGP victory last year, where the Ducatis were very strong, Honda weren't. Marcus was really struggling to get a top 5. And the Yamahas were in between. Let's see how we did do the fastest out of the race at 25. Maybe we are getting the hang of this circuit. And now we're 3.6 seconds back up at Espargaro, and we can actually clearly see the bikes in front. So try to hook up that left hander for this right, but putting the power down on the curb isn't the best thing. So here we go, we'd have to turn so early into that corner on the bike compared to the car where I have to turn in so late. Look at the K speed through the apex. Now, so matching the leader's pace, that's encouraging. Had to use loads of rear brake there to get around the corners. A couple of guys are down. We're up to 20th. We won't finish last as Rabat and Hernandez went down at that first corner. Doesn't look like tyre wear's an issue around here. So tyre wear doesn't seem to be too much of an issue anymore, which is good. Hazino only takes the podium back. That's it, Andrea. Take those points off those Yamaha boys. It was almost in the air when we were braking into this right-hander down the hill. So short shift up to 4th, going sideways through that right-hander and through the next left. Bit too cautious, I feel. Getting down to second. K, so much more speed for that corner. Should be carrying it like this. Second, engine braking into the left. Accelerate through the right. Even sideways in fourth gear. Oh, Lorenzo's taking that position back. Let's go slightly right into the penultimate corner. Into the final corner. Just like with the F1 car, got to carry so much speed, got to be brave through that final corner. And that's what we were. It's on to penultimate lap of the race. I can actually see a point in front. Just about. If I know it hard enough, get the binoculars out. Because he did a fastest lap of the race for 24.9. I can actually sniff, not finish in 20th. Which would be nice. So take a slightly wider line into that corner. Looking to get the exit, not quite though, as Loris Bash remains in front. Nice hills in the background. Braking into a straight line, trail braking all the way to the apex of the corner. Here we go, in third, second. Oh, I really cannot carry the speed though. As that middle of the corner just pushes the bike away. So we're all the way over the back of Baz. But see, we're back in front of him. So we go into the penultimate corner. Can we make the move down the inside? Oh, just about. We carry the speed through the final corner. In second. Oh, braking onto the front. Not good, as Eno just fast out the race as you go into the final lap of it. And we match his pace. So from qualifying where I didn't know what I was doing, to the race where I do seem to be knowing what I'm doing. Matching the leader's pace as once again someone is down. I think that's Stefan Bradl. But can we snatch a point? This final lap, I believe. After saying at the end of the first lap that I don't know what the heck I'm doing around here. Let's got Elish in front. Elish Spargos. Baptista's trying to get a point for Aprilia. Their first point of the season. We did the fastest lap the previous lap. These Ducatis are coming alive around this track. So we've got Lafferty running right in front in 17th or 16th. Oh, I don't think we quite have enough time though to get a point. So we run wide, we're down. Oh, that corner. That annoying as hell corner on a bike. And on a car as well. But less annoying because on a bike, you're just being pushed wide the whole time. And there goes our run. No chances of a point, but I'm very happy that I've discovered some pace around this track, even though I'm running right in penultimate corner. But we hold on to 19th, thanks to grip packs in the runoff, as Rossi wins the race. And there we do, we finish ahead of Stefan Bradl in 19th. A shocking round for Kev Camelot. But he did the fastest lap of the race, and as I said, I actually learnt the circuit during that race. As Rossi wins ahead of Paul Spark. What the heck? The Tech 3 guy is in second. Ahead of Andrea Ninoni. Lorenzo 4th. Petrucci in 5th. Marcus 6th. Penaya 7th. Pedro 7th. Dovi down in 9th. Bradley Smith 10th. Baptista with a couple points for Aprilia. Laverty with the final point on the Ducati. Crutcher out the points. Esparga out the points. What the heck? What a crazy race. As Rossi now leads the championship by 15 points from Lorenzo, the big winner from that round, no doubt. Inoni jumps Marcus and myself up into third place, but just a point ahead of myself. As we're now 73 points back of Rossi. All that work we've done in the previous couple of rounds has been undone in Austria. Lorenzo 6th, Vinales 7th. Pedrosa 8th, ahead of Paul Espargaro, ahead of his brother after that podium finish in 9th. And even further down the order, Barber up to 13th ahead of Crutchlow. Miller up to 16th ahead of Laverty. And Baptista, the first couple points for Aprilia this season ahead of Hernandez. What a crazy result. Austria knew invented a Rossi the game, and you can see perhaps need a high tweaking or whatever, because it's thrown up a crazy result. Even Aprilia have scored points. As Yamaha lead the championship by 31 points now from Ducati. Honda, they have drifted back now into third, and Suzuki in fourth. What a result! Not a result we wanted, but what a result for especially Paul Spargo. And Valentino Rossi, of course, with the win as we improve our agility. Let's see if normality returns in the next round. As here we go, clear sunny conditions and a circuit I definitely do know, Brno. One of my favourite circuits on the Canada. I feel like I say that for like half of them, but Brno definitely is. It's one of the longer ones as well. Around a 2 minute lap time you'll be expecting these MotoGP bikes. And the circuit I've done pretty well at in the past. Treated me alright as well in the first season. We've been looking to bounce back from that horrendous weekend in Austria. The track I seemed to learn actually in the race. So just slightly right into the left-hander. So easy to back the bike up into these corners. Lots of second gear corners and now this tricky middle sector of the lap. But time is neither win or lost. Won or lost really. Seem to be pretty even with the opposition. There we go, the very tight left-handers. That's the first one. A little straight and then into the next one. Just followed by a bit of an open right. If you hook this up, you can get on the power very early like I did there. Now, perhaps the trickiest corner on the circuit is a bit like that Austria left-hander. It's just going away from you. It's a bit nicer in this game. In MotoGP 15 it was a mare. Hit the apex and get the back end in as well. Seems to be a bit easier in Valentino Rossi the game as now we go up the hill, getting the power down. And this is a very good qualifying effort. I'd say it would be close to 2 minutes. And that time is, oh, the back end's getting out into the left-hander. Be closer to 1 minute 50. 2 minutes is around what Moto 2 level say, or Moto 3. Here we go, 51.5. Moto 2 in between that, of course, like mid 50s. Because let's see if that's a good enough lap to get us through to the next round. Oh, it definitely is. Look at that. 3 seconds faster than Barbera. Definitely back on form, Kev Camelot. Let's see if he can make it a pole in qualifying too. Look at all those skills improve. Braking, cornering, body position and physical condition. We definitely need all of that around this Brno circuit. So we go, take 2. Approaching the penultimate corner. Hoping to hit the apex like this. No qualifying effort. Down the second gear of the final corner. There'd be much more of a stop than, say, the Moto 3 bikes where you're not really braking into that corner, or Moto 2 bikes, or dabbing the brakes. Here we go, the first corner so wide open, so many different lines you can take. Kind of choose to go a bit wide at first and then hook up the apex, but you really want to hook up that apex late. Get a good run down this straight and then into a very tricky braking zone for this left-hander. So easy to run wide like I did on my first effort, but we hooked up the apex beautifully there. Then the next right where I said back end of the bike really wants to get away from you. But that was decent enough. Then we carry the speed through the corner, hit the apex. And now the middle section of the lap. The first right, always wants you to go wide. Then the next right, dab with the brakes. Barely braking for it. And then the left, you definitely are braking for it. Going a bit wide, then hitting the late apex to get the run down this mini straight. Into the next left, which you're trying to hook up that apex early. So you can get the run out the corner. Then you're definitely trying to hook this apex early to get on the power early, as you can really get the gas down. Heading down towards this right-hander. Again, want to brake a bit early, hit the apex early as well. Otherwise, the back end of the bike gets away like it tried to there. And now we go up the hill. can brake so much later into this corner than you expect and hook up that apex like you do there. Really sets you up for this next right, which you're not braking for. Just hoping to get close to that apex to get the power early for this back straight. Braking where the curb appears on the left-hand side, or right-hand side, for the left-hander. Now through the final corner. Not even braking there, doing a slight lift. So you head towards the line. Can we break into 49? It's not quite a mid 1 minute 50 though. I feel like that's a pole position lap. No real mistakes on there. No running wide. And it shows in the end. Almost 3 seconds ahead of Marquez and Lorenzo, with Rossi 4th, Dobby and Eno filling out the second row, Pedrosa 7th, then the Suzuki pair of Spargo and Vinales, Crutcher ran out the top 10, and Kev Camelot is back on 4 with another pole. And he followed up with a very important win as we head into the second half of this season now, with this 10th round.
This is Gavin Emmett welcoming all our viewers to Brno for the 11th round of the MotoGP World Championships. Stay with us for live coverage of the Czech Republic Grand Prix.
And look at those beautiful sunny conditions greeting us. It's been a while. Well, around the circuit, I know. As Kev Camelot very happy at the front of the grid. Nice to return there after being at the back for that visit in Austria, or to Austria. So we've got Petrucci in 13th, Bradley Smith and Scott Redding once again inseparable in qualifying, 14th, 15th, and we're back right at the back.
Here at Brno, everything is ready for the Czech Grand Prix now. This is one of the riders' favourite tracks, so we're guaranteed a spectacular race today.
Definitely is one of my favourites, as we've got a long race ahead of us. Tyre might be an issue, first time for quite a few races, as we've got a 6-lap race around this long track when you're trying to block off Marquez and Lorenzo, trying to get the whole shot. No chance, Jorge, no chance. As we run slightly wide, but again we're trying to hook up this apex late, get the run for the next straight. That was beautiful. Oh, missed the gear slightly though, into 4th. As he reached top gear, braking for the left-hander. As Rossi's up to 3rd, making the moves early. Blocking off Marquez worked out for us as, oh, Rossi's up to 2nd. The Doctor charging early. But look at this gap we've got already. Not seeing it in the bottom left, but I can hear it. This is a section of the track where you expect not to be that fast, as Marquez up to 3rd. Lorenzo dropping back. Oh, Marquez up to 2nd, having a fantastic tussle behind. Keep doing that, lads. As there is a 1.5 second gap behind already. It might be another boring race. Very different from our previous race. But I like the return to the boring, as, oh, we picked up the time penalty. 0.2 seconds. It's like we've run wide at the Circuit of the Americas in the past off, isn't it? It's the Yamahas and the Honda are battling like a hell already behind. But we've got a 2.3 second gap. And looking very good on this first lap. You can just keep it together. Keep the tyres together as well. Very cautious in that final corner. And virtually no tyre wear on that first lap, which is good to see. We're on to the second of these 6 laps. Going very wide. You don't want to go that wide in the corner. They picked up the throttle pretty nicely. Didn't miss the gear change into 4th there. Maybe revved it too much in 4th, but didn't cost us too much. It's the end of the first sector. Pretending we've got an egg under our finger there. Being so gentle on the powers, with 4 seconds ahead of Lorenzo. Of course, as you saw in Austria, don't want to hit those inside sausage curves as well. They are ridiculous though, compared to the bikes around Austria. Of course, they're made for the F1 cars to make sure they don't corner cut. It's a bit weird seeing them against the bikes as well, and in that first corner it's so easy to hit it. You get it slightly wrong, like we did on our qualifying effort. And race, as now we're 5 seconds ahead of Lorenzo. This really is just about tyre management now for the rest of the race and keeping in this rhythm. In the last episode, when I was in this mode, I talked about IndyCar and the Indy 500, and of course wishing Sebastian Bourdais the best of luck in his recovery from the broken hip and fractured pelvis he earned on the Saturday of qualifying after that 231 mile per hour crash. Unbelievable the advancements in safety, especially in the last 20 years. Like maybe even 10 years ago that would have been fatal, but safety has moved on so much that yes, he has to miss the rest of the season to recover and recuperate, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. I think everyone knows that and respects that as well, and that's what makes qualifying at Indianapolis perhaps one of the hardest things a driver can do. With that speed around there, averaging over 230 miles per hour if you want to be at the front of the grid. You've got to respect the walls, and you've got to be so precise, so consistent as well, especially nowadays where it's going to be even worse next year with the universal aero kit, where 1 or 2 miles per hour could be the difference between being at the front and being at the back. It's crazy how smooth you've got to be. And it's brilliant seeing that Alonso's picked it up so well. Of course, he's probably got the best team to pick up with the reigning winners, with Andretti Herta, and with the Honda package being once again so quick. But Alonso has just been so impressive. This might be his best year driving for, I don't know, since 2013, 2012, since then. But he's been so consistent as well, it seems like, in the McLaren. It's so hard to tell though. But in F1, he's destroyed Stoffel Van Dorn, a rookie, in all but one race. From Bahrain last year where he scored that point. But Van Dorn's so highly rated, probably the most talented rookie or most impressive junior record we've had since, I don't know, Nico Hülkenberg. He's been blown away in a very difficult car, but for Van Dorn, this could, really help him later in his career. Adjust into a difficult car. Could help him out like he has Alonso with that Minardi in 2001, Daniel Ricciardo with that HRT in 2012, was it, or 2011? With Sebastian Vettel with the Toro Rosso, 2007, 2008. So even though the 2008 Toro Rosso was a very solid midfield runner, beat the Red Bull that year and won a race on pace as well in Italy, of course, with Vettel. So that Toro Rosso was a very decent car, designed by Adrian Newey, because it was the same chassis as the Red Bull, I think. Just different engine, had the Ferrari engine in the back compared to the Renault that the Red Bull had. But yeah, it should hopefully set up Van Dorn later down the line, helping this adaptability, which is probably Alonso's biggest strength, and we're seeing it once again with his running Indy 500. I have no doubt if he has a smooth, clean run, he will get top 10. The question is, how does he deal with the traffic most importantly? I remember that's the thing Jack Villeneuve was talking about when he came back to Indy a few years ago with Smith Peterson, that the biggest thing he had to adjust to was the traffic, because there's no lapping. It's actually fighting your rivals, because it's so small the margin sometimes. Getting that run onto the next straight, if you just get the previous corner wrong, that could cost you a number of positions and that run. So it's just dealing with the traffic, dealing with other racers, working with them as well. And for Alonso, he's got the best help. He's got 5 teammates to help him, 3 of them alongside him in the Fast 9, right at the front of the grid. So for Alonso, he's also got Hunter Ray down the grid, but I'm sure he's going to work his way up in the race. And Jack Harvey could go off strategy, could help him be right up there at times, like we saw with Alexander Rossi, of course, last year. And Rossi he had one of the fastest cars, set the fastest lap during the race, had demon restarts, made a number of positions on that, but in the end it came down to full strategy after being out of position. And it was masterful driving from him, masterful tutoring and guidance from Brian Hurt as well on the strategy side and on the radio as well. Work that out. So yeah, hoping see Alonso do very well. And I'm not sure it's a mark against IndyCar having an F1 driver to come over and be instantly quick. I think it just shows how good Alonso is, how good that Honda package and Andretti package is this month of May. And I do hope to see Alonso in IndyCar more, maybe in full time as well, because we can't have a very good young driver in Lando Norris who could step alongside Van Dorn. Then they've got their kind of team set for the next decade, it feels like. And Norris has been impressive in PAL in the GP, even though he threw away the win with, I'm not sure if it's a car, mechanical failure, or if he made an error, clipped to all, and that led to mechanical failure. But yeah, he's dominating PAL. So strong all weekend, getting a couple of seconds. Should have won a race. Should have won all three, perhaps. Against Joel Eriksson and Maxi Günther, who in the end got that PAL GP win in F3. But yeah, Norris is going to battle for the F3 title. If he doesn't get it, could stay in F3 another year. And then, if he does want to stay in F3 next year, he could move to GP3 or even GP2. I think he could adapt to GP2 like Giovinazzi did last year. I really do think Norris is that good. So yeah, Norris could be racing up the ranks, and then that could have coincided with Alonso wanting to move on from F1. Yeah, it's his first love, but if he likes Indy, he could come back to Indy. McLaren could set up that effort with Honda for him to have a full-time seat. With a Universal Aero kit coming in next year, who knows? Alonso might like challenging for wins every weekend again. So yeah, lots of things to think about for McLaren and Honda and Alonso in the future. With young guns coming through, there's Nick De Vries as well in GP2 or F2, I should say. Also part of the McLaren stable. So yeah, lots to think about there. And as I was saying with Bourdais at the beginning of Little Ramble, wishing the best for the rest of the season, but who's going to take that seat for the Indy 500 and for future races? I would dearly love it to be Stefan Wilson. Stefan Wilson had his only start, of course, for Delcoin back in Baltimore 2012 or 2013 alongside his brother. And it seems like fate has just led to a Wilson being in a Delcoin machine again, it feels like. But of course, there's Tristan Vautier, there's James Davidson as well, who've run in the Indy 500 well for Delco in recent years. And then, of course, it could be Pippa Mann for the ovals in the future, and for the road course it could be Stefan Wilson. So lots of options for Delco. Close to Gabby Chavez, but he's with Hardin Racing. And it looks like he will be for a couple of further races the rest of the season, as we won again for Ducati. And a pivotal racer in as well, as even with that penalty, over 14 seconds ahead of Dovi, a Ducati 1-2. And Inoni by 62,000th of a second missed out on making an all Ducati podium ahead of Lorenzo Rossi down in 5th. Fantastic race for the championship there. Marquez in 6th, Vinales in 7th, Pedrosa 8th, Petrucci 9th, Elish Espargaro in 10th, and Scott Redding in 5th. Deep getting the final point. And in the championship, we're back up to 3rd place, 59 points back of Rossi, 49 behind Lorenzo. Inoni down to 4th, 11 points behind, and Marquez in 5th. Dovi in 6th, 23 points back behind us, so he's back in that hunt for 3rd in the championship. But important win there, now less than 60 points behind the leading Yamaha of Rossi. And in the constructors' standings, good race for Ducati as well. 22 points back behind Yamaha, less than a race win behind. Now, Honda in 3rd, Suzuki 4th, and Aprilia with those 2 points in 5th. So what a race for us, and I hope you enjoyed the thoughts on the Indy 500. As I said, this video is probably going to be out about a week or two after the Indy 500, but that's my thoughts on the Sunday of qualifying, and hoping that I think Acompter will get the pole, as well as we improve our braking and agility. And that's another episode done, as we're going to hear from the doctor.
Guys, next weekend we are going to practice on 4 wheels. See you at Misano for a bit of rally.
And so we're heading to Misano, and that's where we're going to see you next time with another rally special stage. I'm terrible at these. It's probably going to be a disaster. But then we got Silverstone, where I'm hoping it's not going to be a disaster like it was last season with the Moto2 bikes with the tyre, where I think the tyre was really improved for us now. So it should be good fun now on Silverstone, and the track that which should suit the Ducati, and I've been pretty good at in the past. But hope you enjoyed this episode and the rambling. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.